everyone and welcome to another online classroom. My name is Carolina Andronic. I am a teacher of English at the private institution Lyceum of Creativity and Inventiveness from Chisinau. As you already got used to, we are going to work with the same textbook, English for You and Me 7th form, which, by the way, you can download from this platform. Today, we are going to work with pages 91-92, Unit 5, Lesson 6. This is the first video. Are you ready? Let's start. In this video, we are going to pronounce a tongue twister. We are going to practice sounds th, sh, s. Use conversational phrases when verifying information. Discuss why do people travel. Cover the active vocabulary of the lesson and practice adding suffixes and prefixes. Are you ready? Let's begin. What you can see on this slide, you have the pronunciation, and if you remember, we said that the first thing that we are going to do today is pronounce as quickly as we can. I will read and I want you to listen to me very carefully, and then I will pause the video, or you will pause the video and you'll repeat. Alright, let's have a look at the slide. The first thing that we have here is pronunciation. We are going to pronounce sounds th, sh, s. This is how we are going to do it. I'm going to pronounce as quickly as I can, and then I would like to ask you to pause the video and pronounce as well. The 3:30 train to Tooting tootled through the tunnel. Summer season slowly stretches Susan Slocum she. So she signed some simple sketches, so thought so successfully. Now it's time to pause the video and practice by yourselves. What you see below, there are some conversational formulas or phrases that we use when verifying for information. Let's see what the young gentleman says. Do you like traveling? Yes, very much. Where are you going this summer? We'll go to. How long are you going to? Have a good trip. Thanks a lot. Now let's have a look at the picture that you see on the top of the page. Under the picture you see the quote of the lesson. The world is a book. Do those who do not travel read only a page? Now I suggest you to reflect upon this quote. Take 30 seconds, open your notebooks and reflect or brainstorm. What do you think the quote means? Let's go on. What you see on this slide? There are some discussion points. Now, before we start, have a look at the pictures. Do you recognize the places? I have a question for you. Why do you think people travel? Let's brainstorm some ideas. What I suggest is take your notebook and jot down some ideas. All right, let's answer together the question, why do people travel? You have your answers in your notebooks. I have also done my home task, so let's check together if we have the same answers. I believe that people travel because they feel a sense of experience or they want to try something new. Another reason why people want to travel might be the sense of adventure. I also believe that people travel because they want to discover new arts and cultures. Some people love cruises. Some other people would like to taste new food, so they travel because they want to discover new cuisines. Another reason why people might travel is to reunite with their families. And one more thing. A very common reason these days is wellness. People travel to boost their wellness. If you have the same answers as I have on the slide, good job. If you have something else, also good job. Let's move on. Another topic for discussion is advantages and disadvantages of traveling by different means of transport. What you see on the slide, you have a T-chart. That means we have to compare advantages and disadvantages. And I have prepared for you 3 means of transport that we are going to talk about in this video. The first one is cruise ship. Cruise ship. The second is plane. Plane. And the last one is the train. Now I want you to pause the video and reflect for 30 seconds. What advantages and disadvantages you can identify with these means of transport? And now we're back. Let's check together. The first advantage that I have identified is that you can use all these means of transport for long distances. Comfortable, of course, they are comfortable. And they are quick. Let's go to disadvantages. Nausea. Storm, so when it's a storm, you get into turbulences. And limited amount of luggage. Now, what is nausea? A stomach distress with distance for food and an urge to vomit. If you have identified the same advantages and disadvantages, great job. I'm sure you have lots of other advantages and disadvantages. Let's move on. Following the next exercise, we are invited to speak about the countries you have visited. Now, here I'm sure you have lots of things to tell me about. Whom can you speak to if you are at home in lockdown? Of course, if you have siblings, or to the members of your family, or to your grandparents, you can exchange some ideas with them. If not, please take your notebook and try to jot down some ideas. Countries you have visited. Make a list. Let me share with you some of my experience. What you see on the slide is the map of Europe. The countries that are colored are the countries that I have been to. So let's take them one by one. I have visited the UK, Spain, Germany, Italy, Czech Republic, Slovakia, Hungary, Poland, Greece, and Turkey. Yes, let alone Russia. Now, if you have a closer look at the map, you see that I didn't mention France. You know why? Because this summer I wanted to travel to France. Maybe I will travel virtually. Remember, at the beginning of the video, I invited you to reflect upon the quote of the lesson. What you can see on the slide, there is the same picture with the same quote. Comment on the lesson quote. Now, comparison. What is it? An examination of two or more items to establish similarities and dissimilarities. Look, similarities, dissimilarities. So similar, alike, dissimilar, different. Pause the video and try to jot down some ideas. All right, you're back. Let's go on. On this slide, you see the active vocabulary of the lesson, and the task is to read and pronounce the words and phrases. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to read them twice. You can listen and pronounce after me in front of the screens. We have two categories here: nouns, verbs and phrases. I will start with nouns. Carriage, carriage. Air hostess, air hostess. Porthole, porthole. Porter, porter. Compartment car, compartment car. Inquiry office, inquiry office. Left luggage office, left luggage office. Berth, berth. Single, one-way ticket. Single, one-way ticket. So either you say single ticket or one-way ticket. It's the same meaning. All right, let's go to verbs and phrases. To board, to depart, to miss, to deliver, to check in, to check out, to check in, to check out, to see off, to see off, to fasten safety belts, to fasten safety belts. Now I invite you to pause the video and pronounce them one more time. Alright, you're back. So we have two pictures on the same slide. A new word for you might be porthole. Porthole. Hublou in Romanian. Let's repeat one more time. Porthole. And you see one on the ship and another one on the plane. Porthole, hublou. Let's move on. Time to practice. We're still on vocabulary. This time I want you to categorize the active vocabulary according to the means of transport. So what do we have here? The cruise ship, the plane, and the train. Pause the video, work individually. Oh, you're back! Let's check together. So if we speak about cruise ships, porthole, yeah, you can find. Porter, to carry the luggage. To depart, to miss the boat. To see off. If we speak about the plane, of course we have air hostess. Air hostess on board. We also have a porthole. We can buy a single or one-way ticket, a return ticket. Now what's the difference? Single and return. Single and return. To board, to depart, to check in, to check out, at the airport especially. And also to see off. The air hostess asks you or suggests you to fasten safety belts when you are on board. Let's move on to the trains. The trains have carriage, porter, compartment car. We also depart. We also miss a train. We also see somebody off. And here we have inquiry office. For example, if you forgot something or if you lost something, you can go to the inquiry office and ask for questions, and they for sure are going to help you. We also have left luggage office. If you have the same answers, good job everyone. Let's move on. Another exercise for you today. This time I invite you to match the words with their definitions. The same task. Pause the video, work individually. You're back? Let's check together. Remember the task? Match the words with their definitions. To board, to get on. Compartment car. One of the separate sections of a train that carries passengers. Carriage. One of the separate sections of a carriage. To depart. To leave. To check in. To fill in the necessary forms before staying at a hotel or to show one's ticket before going on a flight. To check out. To pay the bill and leave the hotel one has been living in. Porter. A person whose job is to carry things or luggage. Berth. A bed in a boat, train or a caravan. Good job everyone. Let's move on. On this slide we have another exercise, but this time we have to fill in. The same task. Pause the video, work individually. Alright, you're back. Let's check together. During his flight, Ionuț could admire but silver clouds through the porthole. If you want to catch the 6 o'clock train, you'll have to get up early in the morning, said Mother. Although he got up rather early, he missed the train. The tourists left their suitcases in the left luggage office and went to make a tour around the city. The air hostess asked the passengers to fasten their safety belts. The passengers asked the inquiry officer if they could book single tickets. And the last one, my father went to see off our friends from London. If you have the same answers, good job. Remember, you can always pause the video, rewind, forward, and practice one more time. Remember, practice makes perfect. One more activity for you today. I want you to go back to the vocabulary of the lesson and add suffixes or prefixes to the words on the topic. You can pause the video or work individually. Meanwhile you were busy, I have also done my home task. Let's have a look what I have on the slide. Suffixes. Board, boarding. To depart, departure. To miss, miss as failure. To deliver, delivery. To admire, admiration. To inquire, inquiry. Now listen to me carefully. To depart, to depart. To admire, to admire. Before a word with consonant sound, we say t. Before a word with a vowel sound, we say to. To depart, to depart. To admire, to admire. Let's go to the prefixes. On board or off board. Depart is already with the prefix, d plus part. Dismiss. Redelivery. Readmire. Uninquiring. I'm sure you have the same answers. Excellent work, everyone. We are about to finish the lesson. Let's see what we have done today. In this video, we pronounce the tongue twister and sounds th, sh. Used conversational phrases when verifying information. Discussed why do people travel? And covered the active vocabulary of the lesson. Another thing that we covered today was practice suffixes and prefixes. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Stay home, stay safe, and let's learn English together. Bye!